What's going on, guys? Welcome to another post-game live here on Dime Dropper for the 2024-25 season. Before we get started, you already know the drill. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube at Dime Dropper, and you can listen to this on Apple Podcasts and Spotify for all things LA sports and NBA, but it is your home for LA pro basketball, Sparks, Lakers, Clippers, you name it. Tonight, by the way, for those of you that are watching on YouTube, do you like this virtual background? Because I don't have a green screen. Obviously, I've lost my green screen. It looks tacky in my opinion. Would you rather me have no background? Because I don't know. I was told that it was my background was a little distracting. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. We are live from Los Angeles as always. Super chats are turned on if you want to drop $1 or a dime. And I've been trying to be a lot better about going live for Laker games, especially since they got Luka, because are you kidding me? Like, people want to talk about that stuff. So hot topic. We got Luka in LA now. As much as I'm not the biggest fan of the way he plays, it is always must-see TV with the Lakers, and having LeBron and Luka, you got to be appreciative of that as a basketball fan to a degree, even though I'm a Clipper fan. And I didn't even know who I wanted to lose. I mean, honestly, I can't lie. It would have been more funny if the Lakers lost, but either one helps the Clippers in the standings because Dallas is kind of on our tail. Lakers are starting to pull away. Honestly, what probably would have been nicer if the Lakers lost, because we have 2 games coming up against them. So maybe they would have gotten a little hit. But let's talk about this one. And as I've said, my new formatting with the lives is going to be, I talk about my initial takeaways right off the bat, and then we're going to go into the quarter-by-quarter breakdown. So my takeaway is that the Mavericks, just without Anthony Davis, did not have the offensive firepower to keep up. Kyrie Irving tried and carried the entire night, and it was a valiant effort by Dallas overall. They really made a push, especially in that third quarter, clamping down defensively, but also just taking advantage of a lot of open looks that the Lakers missed. Were able to get in transition a little bit, and, took advantage of a game where the Lakers shot 27.5% from 3. And what JJ is going to do, he's going to really go all in with this small ball. You saw how quickly he took Jackson Hayes out of the game in the first half. And I honestly thought Jackson made a solid impact. 8 points, running hard, playing defense as well as he can, 2 blocks, 8 rebounds, being active on the offensive glass, really putting his body on the line, and was efficient, 4 for 5 from the field. Of course, those are basically all dunks, but this is a Maverick team that the Lakers, when they did have Anthony Davis, lost to a similar look. The difference was they didn't have Max Christie, but they didn't have Luka in that game or Kyrie Irving, and the Lakers got smoked by 21 points. That was the day that everything went to shit for a lot of people's lives, including mine. But this was their second matchup of the season. Obviously, we've been waiting for this. I don't know how I've gone 3 minutes without mentioning it, which is really stupid. Luka's first game against his former team. And I was obviously, as everybody was, watching Luka's body language to see how he would come out, what kind of intensity he's going to play with. And he was trying to get to the basket every time he got the ball in that first quarter. He was looking to be uber aggressive. And when he hit those 2 straight threes and looked at the bench area, I was like, uh-oh, it's about to get ugly. He was going berserk. Can somebody, one of the mods, if we have a mod in here, fact check me how many points Luka had in that first quarter, because he really hit the ground running. But I thought the Mavs were, with Klay Thompson getting hot in that fourth quarter, had a valiant fight. But LeBron, who had only 8 shots after the third quarter, I believe he only had, let's see, I don't remember how many points he had going into the fourth quarter, but it wasn't many. And as he did against Charlotte, but it wasn't enough against Charlotte, he took over the game. We saw that against Sacramento earlier this season. And, I want to get one thing clear. LeBron has had plenty of fourth quarter takeovers as a Laker. The one thing I criticized him for against the Hornets when the Lakers lost, was that last shot, game tying or game winning. He just hasn't hit with the Lakers much compared to his other stops. But he's taken over plenty of games, and this was a perfect example of that. It started with, and I know he's hot when he's hitting followaways going to his right. That's something that he doesn't do because of his shot mechanics as much. He has to hang in the air. So, most people have to hang in the air to square their body, but the way he does it is kind of awkward with his release over his head. And it's kind of like the top left side of his head. And he even mentioned that on his podcast with JJ that you'll rarely see him pulling up going to his right. But when he hits those, it's usually he's feeling pretty good. And after that, you started to see some big shots. But the effort level, I thought, from the Lakers defensively, just given the fact that their personnel isn't super great defensively, has been really good since they got Luka. Honestly, against Denver, it was amazing. I mentioned that in the last episode. Against Charlotte, some of it was incompetent offense by the Hornets, but defensively, the Lakers are pretty good, and they're just trying their best with the personnel that they have, which is some bigger wings in Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron, and Rui, and trying to be physical in that way. And I think LeBron did a pretty good job effort-wise defensively tonight. I thought Luka off the ball did a pretty good job getting into the passing lanes and having high effort on that end of the floor for his standards. I think pretty solid effort, but he can't guard Kyrie Irving to save his life, which is normal. Not a lot of people can. So, and definitely Luka's not one of them. And when the Lakers are going to switch that much, Dallas is definitely going to try to exploit that. But LeBron James was just awesome in that fourth quarter. I think the plays that stood out the most to me were the ones that he actually linked up with Luka. I said before this move, we saw these two play together, that it's going to be very take-turnsy, and it is going to be very take-turnsy. But I think the LeBron is a much better. We know he's like Miami LeBron per se, much better off-ball player than Luka. I think now what he has that's even better than when he was in Miami, while he's not the same explosive cutter and he's not getting in transition all the time, he still has glimpses of those at 40, which is wild. But his cutting in the half court is still just almost, I wouldn't say just as freaking. I don't have the number. Like, I don't have synergy or something where I can see how many cuts per game LeBron had back in Miami versus now. But he still seems to, when he's got, the 45-degree angle to cut and stuff like that, he still dives, even sometimes the baseline cut. But it's just obvious he's not going to be running as hard down the floor as he was those first 11 years he was in the league. But one thing he has gotten better at is the catch and shoot three ball and how quick his trigger is on that catch and shoot three ball. And I think that's going to make him a good fit next to Luka that won't make it too awkward. And the transition stuff, when LeBron is running the floor hard, it's going to be a very high percentage chance for Luka Doncic to get assists because he's a great outlet passer and lob passer. And LeBron James, still at age 40, in a 50-50 ball situation in the air, I still favor him over most guys. He's 6'9", he has a solid vert, and he has really good hands. So he's coming down with that ball, and you saw that a couple times tonight. He got away with a little chicken wing on Max Christie, but I don't think it was enough to call an offensive foul, and that put the Lakers up, I believe, 106 to 101. Oh, yeah, thank you for correcting me here, Biggie Fan 21. He says one of the threes by Luka in that first quarter was taken away, but yeah, that fourth quarter was really big from LeBron James. He was creating good shots. Dwight Powell was in, and the Mavericks were switching 1 through 5 with Dwight Powell, and they were hunting him. They were hunting Max Christie. And my biggest takeaway at the end of the game was, despite the run that the Mavericks are making, a one-star team is going to have a hard time beating the Lakers in games, let alone in close games, let alone playoff series. Because it's the same advantage that Dallas had in close games last year to a degree. Luka and Kyrie, two of the best shot creators and makers in basketball history, quite frankly. And LeBron and Luka now, two of the best offensive engines to ever play the game. So if one of them's not got it going, the other one usually will have it going to some degree to at least get your team a good shot. So with the Mavericks, they only had one star tonight. And, Kyrie Irving just couldn't beat them single-handedly. He was 12 for 27, had some amazing moments of brilliance one-on-one. And just the variety of ways in which he scores, I find amazing and really pleasing to watch as a basketball fan for what I like to watch. 12 for 27 from the field, 5 for 11 from 3, 6 for 6 from the foul line. The problem with Kyrie is sometimes I feel like he has the step on guards and he pulls up, which is a Devin Booker tendency as well. And guys that have really good pull-ups off on a dime, KD as well, they tend to go into the contact less sometimes when they have the step and they pull up because they can on a dime. But sometimes it ends up being a tougher shot than what they could have gotten. I think that's one of the flaws in Kyrie's game, one of the very few. Like there was one time today, I don't remember who he got the step on. It might have been Luka, got the step going to his right, and he could have easily just kept going and tried to turn the corner on him. Maybe there would have been a bump, could have gotten a foul, but he pulled up and he still got a clean look, but just didn't go. But stuff like that, I think you see that at the higher levels, like against Boston last year and stuff. But yeah, I mean, LeBron and Luka, they really, mainly LeBron, honestly, took the game by the scruff of the neck in that fourth quarter and did what stars do. And yes, at age 40, it's quite amazing the stretch he is having right now since he turned 40. But Lakers pull away, win it 107-99. As far as the quarter-to-quarter breakdown, Luka was super aggressive early, as I mentioned, got that technical foul. I mean, one thing I cannot stand watching these guys, it's like LeBron and Luka are just such fucking complainers, dude. Like they constantly are bitching about calls. And by the way, even though LeBron did turn the game on its head and won the game, was making plays. By the way, Mavericks not doing a good enough job helping the helper on the glass late in the game. Several offensive rebounds for the Lakers, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron James. And I should mention Dorian Finney-Smith made some huge plays on both ends of the floor late in the game. I think that was a great trade for the Lakers. I said it when it happened, especially now that you have Luka and given DFS's chemistry with Luka. It was a huge – Dorian Finney-Smith is a guy that to me is going to be a role player, whether bench or starter, probably bench on a chip team. So I think the Lakers should hold on to him. D'Angelo Russell, it was a little more complex with somebody like him because – when he didn't have his shot going, he didn't really affect the game much because you already have LeBron and Austin Reeves who are better playmakers than him, and Anthony Davis, if you talk about generating shots for himself and others. D'Lo's better passer, but when you combine the others and their self, I mean, Anthony Davis was the guy, so D'Lo was kind of the fourth wheel. DFS, he wants to play off these guys, add size and versatility defensively, much better fit around Reeves, LeBron, and Luka. And by the way, Austin Reeves, solid outing for him. I thought 20 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and just 1 turnover. You want to keep it low turnover if you're the Lakers with these 3 guys who are all can be very high turnover. Tonight, it was 14-12. Lakers turned the ball over more than Dallas, so both teams weren't extremely high in that department. Shooting-wise, the Lakers shot much better than the Mavs, 45% to the Mavs 36. Dallas did, however, shoot 11 more field goal attempts than the Lakers. The Mavs shot 39% from 3 to the Lakers 27.5% from 3. So even though they shot 11 more shots and they shot better from 3, but they shot way worse from the field. Rebounding, Lakers killed them in this department, 57-45, but offensive rebound were very similar. It was because they took advantage of the missed shots from Dallas. Assists, steals, blocks, all pretty close. Fast break points, 20-13 in favor of the Lakers. LeBron James towards the end of the game doing some great things. Rui Hachimura making some big plays late in the game. And I think you're seeing better from Rui Hachimura since Luka came because he does a pretty good job. So actually, you know what? I'm not going to say he does a pretty good job. Sometimes he has good cuts. Other times he cuts unnecessarily. So he's just a guy that's willing to work quickly off the catch. Sometimes he can isolate, but the Lakers don't even really need that. And the size and versatility defensively is pretty good. Even though he can be a bonehead at times on that end of the floor and he can make very frustrating plays, he's not the highest IQ player in the world. I think he's been really solid since Luka got there. The reason why I'm not saying all season is because there's a straight up big stretch where I didn't watch Laker basketball from January to, from the Mavs game. I actually did watch the Mavs game. So like the game after the Mavs game on the Fires Day, all the way up to Luka being a Laker. That whole stretch I didn't watch. So let me know, Laker fans, what do you think of Rui Hachimura's season so far? I think it's been pretty good, honestly, all things considered. He does have those frustrating moments, but he's averaging around the same points as last year. Last year, 13.6. This year, 13.4. His splits are a little down, but goddamn, his efficiency was so good last year. 54-42 splits. This year, 51-41. If you're shooting 41.5% from 3, I mean, that's great. Lakers will take that. Absolutely. So, no, when I say this has been an LA basketball channel since the second I started it. The comment for those that are listening on audio says slowly becoming a Lakers channel. Absolutely not. This is not a Clippers channel, though. It says Dime Dropper, not Clip Dropper. So this is an LA sports centric home of LA basketball. I intended it to always be that way. If you go to my second episode with my man NV, who's saying if AD played, we probably lose. My second episode was, a Laker-centric episode. The first one was giving my background of an LA sports fan and whatnot. But yeah, I hope the Lakers lose every game with this team, quite frankly. But, they're an LA team, and I've watched them my whole life. And I figured if I'm going to watch their games because it's part of my life routine, why not talk about them if they have the biggest fan base in the world? Because if I'm limiting myself, that's not good business, is it? And I love the game of basketball because I used to watch Kobe every night. I hate how I have to explain this to people on the audio time every time. I'm sorry, how I have to make the audio people hear me explain this every time. So from now on, I need some mods. Andrew Kassar and 4KT Karam. You guys are in here all the time. Can you guys be mods for me? Maybe even Jackson Matisic. I need more mods to just do little dirty work like that. Just like explain, like, yo, this is also a Lakers home for Laker fans as well. It is. Dodgers, we bond with the Dodgers. We bond with the Sparks. So if you guys want to be mods, let me know. But let's continue. Where was I? Okay, Luka Doncic was on Max Christie to begin the game. Austin Reeves on Kyrie Irving. LeBron on PJ Washington. Jackson Hayes on former Pepperdine Wave Kessler Edwards. And then Rui Hachimura on Klay Thompson. Jeez, that was my back. Mavs were switching 1 through 5 with Kessler Edwards because he's not even a center. So the Mavs were essentially not even playing a center. Then they had Dwight Powell. By the way, when the Mavs get AD back, though, AD, PJ Washington, Max Christie, Najee Marshall, they have a chance to have a really solid defensive team. Of course, the famous defense wins championships used by Nico Harrison as justification for getting rid of Luka. Lakers, as I mentioned, went small very early to match. You knew Kyrie. Oh, by the way, Kyrie was guarding Luka to start the game, but of course, a lot of switching, both sides. It was basically the whole game was 5 out, mismatch hunting, like almost the entire game. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. And again, I want to emphasize to people when we do these cross-era comparisons that everybody loves to do, imagine a great score from the past, picking who can guard them, which is essentially with this personnel, what Luka, LeBron, and Kyrie Irving have the luxury of doing. But the Lakers, I thought, were playing with really good energy. Again, they were fired up with the occasion. And Kyrie was attacking Luka early. 2 straight threes that were answered by those Luka threes I mentioned. Rui Hachimura had a nice sequence where he had a 3-ball and a block right after. But my takeaway after the first quarter was that the Mavericks going to need something besides Kyrie Irving to get a win here. The Lakers were up 28-20 after 1, and they broke even with the Mavs 31-31 in the second. They went kind of cold, the Lakers, in the second quarter for a bit. Klay Thompson, speaking of cold, wasn't hitting anything. Luka had an insane over-the-head pass to Austin Reeves. That was ridiculous. Shades of the great Magic Johnson and, of course, LeBron James. Lakers went on a 13-3 run in that second quarter, spearheaded by Luka, who was very aggressive defensively, had a damn near triple-double at halftime. That's how good he was in that first half to me, at least in terms of creating shots, good shots every time down. It's just what the Lakers have now. They literally have 2 of the best shot creators to ever play. It's kind of unfair. I don't think getting good shots is going to be much of an issue for them. But let's see. NBA.com has the box scores up. LeBron James had 16 points in the fourth quarter. 16. Played the entire thing. Rui Hachimura also played the entire thing. 5 points on 50% shooting. Really good stuff from him. And then Luka. Luka only had 2 points and 3 assists in the fourth. So far, the Charlotte game and the Mavs game, this one, based on the rotations the Lakers are playing, which is LeBron starts the fourth quarter, it's been LeBron taking over the fourth quarters, not Luka. So that's interesting. Let's see. What else is there? Score at halftime was 51-59. So what the Mavs actually went on a 12-4 run at the end of the second quarter to make it a close game. The Lakers, after a LeBron mid-range, were up 57-42. And I figured they were just going to pull away right there. I was like, yeah, Lakers, LeBron and Luka versus a team with 1 star. It's going to be a blowout. They're going to start, catching stride and pulling away. But the Mavs showed some resilience. Were able to knock down some shots towards the end of that second quarter. You had some 3 balls made. 5 threes by Kyrie Irving in this game, 5 from Klay Thompson, but most of them were in the second half. Max Christie, 2 threes. Dante Exum, 2 threes. Spencer Dinwiddie, 2 threes. So you got a couple of threes from guys. And then in the third quarter, Kyrie started getting going again, and Luka went cold. He was 5 for 14 after the third quarter. LeBron had only had 8 shots after the third quarter, and the Lakers were 2 for 12 from 3 in the third quarter. Some of those were very good looks, some of them not too great of looks. 19 points. Thought the Mavs upped their defensive intensity, showing some blitzes on Luka, but overall very aggressive. And I just think the Lakers don't have the best 3-point shooting team. they're going to go cold at some point. And Dorian Finney-Smith and Gabe Vincent, they did not have it going from 3 tonight. Dorian Finney-Smith was 0 for 3. Gabe Vincent 0 for 4. So together 0 for 7. You throw Jordan Goodwin in there, 0 for 8. You throw Dalton Connect in there, 1 for 12 if you combine them all. Want to throw Luka Doncic to make it more fun? 2 for 19. So, yeah, not the best shooting game for the Lakers, but the fact that their defense has held up well enough, although the Mavs, they have one shot creator, 2 if you count Spencer Dinwiddie, so 2. I don't know why Jaden Hardy doesn't play in a game like this when they're struggling to create shots. That's interesting. I wonder if that's a conversation that's being had in Mavs land. If any of my Mavs fans are watching, which last year I had a great influx of Mavs fans after the Clippers series, thanks to my appearances on Locked On and the Mavs finals run, they were like top 5 fan base of mine in terms of like subscribers to me. I think Clippers first, Lakers a close second, then a huge gap. Say probably Warriors third, then Celtics or Knicks 4th or 5th, and the Mavs. They might have creeped in that top 5, to be honest. So I'm wondering if any Mavs fans have left or if they were just Luka fans. But yeah, Lakers only 19 points in the third quarter. Mavericks outscored them 26-19. And I can't lie, if my analysis in the third quarter seems vague, I was on a business call with my club coaches. So I wasn't watching it super intently, especially the first 5 minutes of it. But fourth quarter, as I mentioned, I think I kind of said it all. Jackson Hayes working hard on both ends. Klay Thompson with 3 straight left wing threes. LeBron was getting into his bag, mismatch hunting. Had some big offensive rebounds by the Lakers. It was Dorian Finney-Smith first, then LeBron James. Dalton Connect, by the way, terrible defender. I've given him the benefit of the doubt. He's a rookie, but I don't know. On ball, off ball, he's not good on that end of the floor. But yeah, I thought LeBron had some good defensive plays. Dorian Finney-Smith made some big defensive plays, and the Lakers just had a little too much in the end. So 3-2 with Luka Doncic now, 2 straight wins against 2 teams that are in playoff/play-in territory. Lakers win at 107-99 and outscore the Mavs 29-22, led by the Kang with 16 of those 29 in the fourth quarter. It is truly amazing what that guy is doing at this age. He's en route to a potential All-NBA appearance, the way he's playing. It's unbelievable. His longevity is just crazy. It really is. He's my player of the game. Let's read the lines for the Dallas Mavericks first. They went with a 10-man rotation. Omax got some minutes. 7 minutes, did pretty much nothing. 0 rebounds. Actually, you know what? I'm not watching it from a Dallas perspective, so maybe he played good D and I didn't notice. This is an LA sports channel, so I'm watching games from a Lakers perspective. 0 points for Omax, 2 rebounds, 1 block, no turnovers in 7 minutes, was 0 for 1. Dante Exum was active. And by the way, I hope he's okay. That was a hard hit. Straight forearm in the mouth by LeBron. Looked like the injuries that scare me the most are the teeth and mouth stuff. But yeah, he had 8 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, but he didn't shoot well. 3 for 9 from the field, 2 for 7 from 3. Dwight Powell played 16 minutes. The dude has no offensive skill whatsoever. And defensively, he's just okay. They were attacking him and getting good stuff. He had 1 nice strip, though. 2 points, 5 boards, 1 for 2 from the field in 16 minutes. Kessler Edwards started and played only 13 minutes. He had 4 points, 3 rebounds on 2 for 5 shooting, 0 for 1 from 3, and was a minus 15. Najee Marshall, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. 2 turnovers on 2 for 7 shooting, but just didn't have it going from 3. 1 for 5 from 3, 4 for 4 from the foul line. If any Mavs fans are watching, how's Najee Marshall been? Because on the stats, he's having a career season. But his 3-point percentage is 31, and I heard he's like a decent defender, but not a great point of attack guy. So let me know what Mavs fans think. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie, who played 27 minutes. I think he could have given the Mavs more. 9 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 block. No turnovers, though, on 3 for 8 shooting, 2 for 4 from 3, and made his only free throw. So they got a total of 28 points off the bench, which was definitely better than the Lakers, who got just 18 points off the bench. So they won that department, led by Spencer Dinwiddie, I guess. He and Najee Marshall. Klay Thompson, it was looking like a tough game for him, but he got really hot in the fourth. He had 22 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and a turnover. 8 for 17 from the field, 5 for 10 from 3, 1 for 2 from the foul line. I didn't pay attention to his defense, but from what I saw, I thought he had a pretty good game overall because in the fourth quarter, he got him back in it and he shot really well. PJ Washington, my goodness, did a lot of the other things, but could not hit a shot. A straight donut, 0 for 9 and 0 for 2 from 3 in 35 minutes, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 4 blocks, 3 turnovers. So it looks like he did everything but score. And honestly, 0 for 9 is not quite acceptable for a player as good as he is. And then you had Max Christie, 10 points and a rebound, 6 assists. His creation has really taken a leap since we've seen him get more opportunity with Dallas. 1 block, 1 turnover on 4 for 13 shooting, 2 for 4 from 3. So he was just 2 for 9 from 2. Not the best shooting game for him in his return to LA. And speaking of returns to LA, Anthony Davis got a video tribute. I thought it was a really, really well done and nice tribute. And yeah, good to see the Laker fans give him his flowers. But would have liked to see him play, obviously. It's unfortunate, the injury. Kyrie Irving, 35 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 4 turnovers on 12 for 27 shooting, 5 for 11 from 3, and 6 of 6 from the foul line in 40 minutes. The dude is being worked very hard right now. He's averaging 25, 5, and 5 on 48, 41, 91 splits. I mean, this guy is special. He's been essentially an all-star caliber player for like 12 to 13 years. Transcendent, for sure. Transcendent. If you're in the conversation for the best person to ever dribble a basketball, you're transcendent. And I've given Kyrie Irving a lot of shit over the years, but I like Kyrie Irving the Maverick a lot. I really do. Lakers, they went 10 deep. Jordan Goodwin got 6 minutes. He was fantastic against Denver. He was quieter in this game. Just got, 6 minutes, as I said. 1 point, 2 boards. 0 for 2 from the field. 0 for 1 from 3. 1 for 2 from the foul line. Dalton Connect, 5 points. 2 for 5 from the field. 1 for 4 from 3. Dog shit D. 14 minutes for Jared Vanderbilt. He had 8 points, made 2 threes. That was a really welcome sign for Laker fans. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 0 turnovers on 3 for 5 shooting and 2 for 3 from deep. I don't know if he's on a minutes restriction, but I think between this game and then the Nuggets game, Vando was making a great impact. It's just, his lack of spacing. I know JJ doesn't like that, but if he's 2 for 3 from deep with all the stuff he gives you defensively and athletically, maybe he's going to get more minutes. Maybe he's still on a minutes restriction I don't know about. I don't know. Gabe Vincent didn't shoot well in this game. 2 points, 1 steal, 1 turnover on 1 for 6 shooting and 0 for 4 from 3 in 16 minutes. Don't think he was very good, although maybe I missed something defensively. So Laker fans, if I'm missing something defensively there, let me know. Jackson Hayes got 17 minutes and started. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. I think he's been very serviceable, and this has been the best stretch of his entire career to be getting these kinds of minutes on a team like this. 8 points, 8 rebounds. His athleticism is very useful. 2 blocks, 1 turnover on 4 for 5 shooting. And then you had Dorian Finney-Smith, who's, again, second straight game, I think, where his 1 for 6 and 0 for 3 stat line shooting games, like another bad shooting game like this one, and he still had such a positive impact. And the plus minus won't tell you that either. 2 points, 8 rebounds, 4 of them offensive, and his bucket was that putback dunk late in the game. 2 assists, 2 steals and a block, and just 1 turnover. I mean, I think his impact is really starting to grow by the game. Then you got the starters. Rui Hachimura, 15 points, 6 boards, 2 blocks, 2 really good games in a row for him with this Dallas and Denver win. And then he shot 50% from the field, 6 for 12, 2 for 6 from 3, 1 for 2 from the foul line in 38 minutes. Then the big 3, I think it's honestly, there's a chance Austin Reeves is an all-star next year. I'm dead serious. He's good. And he's improved every year. And I've always been kind of high on him. And what makes me think that he can be a third option on a championship team is how he played in the series against Memphis, like when he was a second-year player and he was like, I'm him in the first game, taking over late. And LeBron had the trust in him to take over late. You don't really usually see that unless you're an established star from LeBron to handle the ball, not to shoot shots, but to handle the ball like that. And that showed me something, and he's only improved each season. It was last season where I was starting to get annoyed with him. I'm like, has he really improved? And then second half of the season, he just turned up like crazy. And I thought he was good in the playoffs too. So Now because with Anthony Davis, I just was questioning his number one to win a title thing. I was, and I'm a pretty, I wouldn't say I'm a big Anthony Davis fan, but I'm a fan of Anthony Davis. I have been since he was drafted. But now you have a clear number one in Luka, who's still not fully up to speed. LeBron James is a clear-cut second option, which is, I mean, we haven't really seen that in his career. Clear cut. I guess, no. That's disrespectful to AD. Second half of the 2023 season and last year and this year, I think he was, but he's still the clear-cut closer. That's the thing. I think Anthony Davis shied away from that. More so than LeBron freezing him out. I think you see Luka, he wants the ball late, and you see LeBron giving it to him at times. Even Reeves, honestly. Because LeBron doesn't have the legs to close the way he used to all the time. He can do it sometimes, like tonight. But you saw what he was doing before tonight. And this is what could make the Lakers good. Because this is what had to happen in 2022. But I don't know. LeBron wasn't ready to do it yet, I guess. I mean, they have slightly better personnel now. And of course, playing with Westbrook versus Luka is a drastic difference. But still, I think there were ways that could have been better. But their skill sets offensively didn't mesh. In large part due to Westbrook's lack of shooting ability. But there was a lack of trust very early with LeBron and Russ, I think. Towards the second half of that season, in second halves, LeBron would take over and score a lot, but he wouldn't have the legs to close. And defensively, he wasn't doing anything. Whereas now, seems like he's conserving offensively for late in games and then putting a higher effort defensively, which I think has always been the formula. It's the Wilt Chamberlain formula. 2000. Sorry, I almost said 2000. The 1972 Wilt Chamberlain formula. But you saw LeBron in the first three quarters, only 8 shot attempts, and then he saved the juice for the fourth, but his defense was pretty solid the whole night. So I think that is the formula. I thought that was my first thought when the Lakers made the Westbrook trade. I was like, okay, well, are Russ and LeBron going to guard? Because if they don't, this team doesn't have the personnel. They didn't, and offensively it was a mess. AD got injured so much, and then LeBron and them, we could see that the Russ relationship was fractured by midseason with the coach. We know that he doesn't fuck with them now. It's a whole thing, but whatever. LeBron James. Oh, no, sorry. Austin Reeves, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 turnover on 5 for 12 shooting and 3 for 8 from 3, 7 for 8 from the foul line for Reeves. Really solid game in 38 minutes. My biggest question for Reeves has always been with these two, is he going to be still in a rhythm? Is he still going to get his opportunity to get going? And I think he's shown not only that that hasn't been a problem, but his ability to make catch and shoot threes, that really gets him going. And then he can kind of get into his bag too, especially in transition situations. But it's been no issue so far in that third option role. I think third option role with these two guys might be pretty good. It's just usually when LeBron historically has had a third guy, he has to take a huge hit. So right now, though, but LeBron's so much older now. So we'll see. We'll see if there's any statistical hits. Right now, Luka's the one that's taking statistical hits, but he's not up to scratch. So good performance by Austin Reeves, I thought, overall, in 38 minutes of play. Luka, a triple-double, his first as a Laker. 19 points, 15 rebounds. He was doing a good job rebounding tonight. 12 assists, 2 blocks, 3 steals. So I'm telling you, he was active defensively. Just 2 turnovers, but he did not end up shooting well. 6 for 17 from the field, 1 for 7 from 3. So after the first quarter, where he went 3 for 7, rest of the game, he was 3 for 10. So not the best shooting game, but of course they don't win it without him. At least I don't think. And then LeBron James, my player of the game, 27 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. So that's a statistical dip. Usually has more assists than that. He is averaging 9 on the season. So there you go. And yeah, in the beginning of the season, he wasn't handling the ball as much, but then before the trade, he was starting to do more. Maybe now he can handle it less and play off the ball more, but his assist to turnover ratio is bad in this game. 6 turnovers to 3 assists, 1 steal, but it's that fourth quarter, that 16-point fourth quarter that for me makes him the clear-cut player of the game. 7 for 9 in that fourth. Ends up shooting 11 for 17 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, and 3 for 4 from the foul line. Big-time performance by LeBron and a big-time win by the Lakers. Does this make me think that the Lakers are a championship contender? Contender, sure, but I'm not picking them. Like, I don't think they're going to win this year. But Hey, it's a good win. They now move on to 35-21, 20-7 at Staples Center this season. And the Mavericks are 31-28. How does that affect the standings? Well, the Mavericks are the 9th seed, and they are 2 games back now of the Clippers in the loss column, which is nice. Minnesota, though, and the Golden State Warriors are right on our tails. Lakers still 4 games above the Clippers, 1 game above the Rockets, and then 1 in the loss column behind the 2-seeded Grizzlies and the Nuggets, who have identical records at 38-20. 1 seed is basically locked up for the second straight year to the Thunder. I believe SGA should win MVP. I know Jokic has a case. I believe SGA should win MVP. He's got to get one at some point. His consistency is insane. But that's it for me tonight, guys. Thanks so much for listening. Laker fans, let me know what you thought in the comment section below of my thoughts. All right, let's talk. What's up, guys? I feel like, okay, so let me just, can we get all you guys, the 46 of you, at least 20 of you to say what setup you like better? Do you like me using this virtual background that looks kind of corny, or do you like just the plain? What do you think? Let me know. And by the way, like, I still have to find a more ideal setup. This is too far. The camera's too far away. My head's still not high enough. I'm leaning over, which is not good for my neck and upper back. It's like I'm putting pillows on so I can be higher. It's like ridiculous. Yeah, I agree, Andrew. Plain background. All right, let's see what we got. Lakers looking good. Andrew, I know that don't make us happy, huh? As Clipper fans. Let's see what we got. Andrew. Jazib Salim, never heard of you. Love to you all. Reezy got a burner after tomorrow. It'll be that time to shock the world. He's talking about the Clippers beating the Lakers. Nice. Keep. I like your window background. No, he does not. Clayton Kershaw runs LA and Anze Kopitar before LeBron. Get the fuck out of here. This is Magic and Kobe City. LeBron got JJ to bind and Fernando Valenzuela. LeBron got JJ to bind to the dunker spot. Excuse me? Do you mean the other way around? Oh, you're saying as a concept, just having a guy there like Jackson Hayes? I mean, where else are you going to put him? Yo, Daniel Barry, you were at the game? My boy, one of my players was at the game. He took a picture with Kareem. I was so psyched on it. Couldn't believe that. Imagine taking a picture with Kareem. It's the coolest thing ever. Especially considering his reputation with fans back in the day. Refs versus Luka. Give me a fucking break, dude. Kyrie doesn't have the playmaking / passing like a Luka or Trey to be a number 1 option. Okay, but what does Trey Young does? Actually, no, he has gone to the conference finals. That is more than Kyrie, I will say. Good point. 9, yeah. What's up, Jackson Matisic? He says, by the way, dude, Karam, you're not on Twitter? I feel like I've asked you that 100 times, but I always forget your response. Jackson Matisic. I appreciate the love on the Laker lives, Jackson Matisic. LeBron has been busting his ass on defense the last month or so. Okay, interesting, because in the beginning of the season, he was not playing D. This man is definitely back in the top 10 discussion. It could be closer to 5. I don't adjust my rankings to the playoffs, but I feel you. Kawhi playing tomorrow versus the Bulls. Yes, it's good to hear that. Norman Powell. How do you know he's probably back Friday against the Lakers? You got a source that I don't? Bookie Allen. Are you on Twitter? A healthy Mavs team could beat the Lakers if they had bigs. I don't know, man. Clippers versus Lakers first round. NV. If AD played, we'd probably lose. Kyrie isn't good enough to be the guy. We all saw him struggle to score in the finals and got exposed, averaging 14 points per game efficiency. Yep. Ben Simmons can guard Luka. We'll see. That's a good matchup for him. No, Clipper Nation till death. Good point. This is my first time watching Dime Dropper live. Let's go. Appreciate you, JP Montero. Let's not forget Lively and Gafford are out. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. How come I didn't mention that? Let me mention that. I also forgot that Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford are out, so I got to give the Mavs, cut them some more slack. How did I miss that? Thank you for saying that, NV. I can't believe I said that. I know you're a Clipper fan, but I enjoy your analysis because I, too, am a basketball fan first, but my team's the Lakers. Well, I appreciate you coming to support. Dimes Live is my highlight of the day. Lakers can beat OKC in a 7-game series. Why did Bron go straight to the locker room? I have no idea. He has 4 rings and can leave early. All right. Luka looks gassed to the 4th in these games. I mean, I don't know. Luka Taco Bell after the game. I can see Luka eating a Subway sandwich at midnight in LA. Jaden Hardy can play. Yeah, we wish. Hi. Dog. You can get in my live, fool. 24-year-old rookie. So he kind of is who he is. How was it?
How much longer are you going to be doing this?
Like 5 minutes?
Okay, let's watch this or
Wait,
whatever.
I'm live right now. Lakers versus Celtics NBA Finals possible. Doubt it. Hardy struggles as a primary shot creator. Whatever, that's fine. Hardy struggles as a primary shot creator. He needs Luka to give opportunities to attack off the catch. He still hasn't improved as a defender. Low IQ mistakes on both ends of the floor. Thank you for responding to that, Kevin Hong. That's good context. Time to bring back Smush Parker. You think Davis gets his jersey retired by the Lakers? Yes, I do. N. Kistani says no. Karam Davis was hurt. It's in his Reeves and All-Star next season. Slow down, bud. But he is one of the best role players in the league. You never know, bro. You never know. I know the West is tough. Blake Griffin, Red Lobster commercials. Missed that guy on the door. Oh, we obviously missed Blake. Banner 18 LA Lakers. Plain background, bro. Plain. Okay, cool. Do you have on coastal backgrounds? Depressed All Ball is hilarious. Does Depressed? I hope All Ball knows who you are. LeBron has been solid on defense for about a month now. I'm actually impressed. I'm on Twitter. You blocked me like over a year ago for saying Kobe wasn't clutch. That means you're an idiot if you think that. Yeah. Damn, you've really been in my lives being a good guy and you said some dumb shit like that? No way you actually believe that. Oh, it's fucking Adam. Duh, the GOAT Fleet. I would add you to this live right now, but these ladies want to sleep, so I can't put you on here. What's up, Dump Ring? Black Kirby says, oh my God. All Ball knows the Knicks are frauds. What? Yeah, it's already over. Bro, okay, hold on a sec. 4KT Karam, do you actually believe Kobe Bryant wasn't clutch? The guy who made 5 game winners in one NBA season was not clutch because of some bullshit statistic? Why are you such a negative Clippers fan? I'm actually not a negative Clippers fan. I'm just negative on this era of Clipper basketball because I don't think it's been fun. And I, cover the team and I watch every game. I'm at every game. So and I've been a fan for 20 years. How many years have you been a fan? Negative? I'm not negative because I don't like Kawhi that much. Stitches get stitches, bro. Kobe is fucking clutch. I mean, who thinks otherwise? That's insane because of some bullshit statistic you could put up. Statistics in the clutch are not everything. And how many of those statistics have the fourth quarter takeovers that Kobe would have? The big shot. Not all shots are weighed the same. The big shot that takes away momentum from a team is not the same as, you're down by 4 with 30 seconds left and you get a quick 2 and then foul, and that still goes down as a clutch basket because it's within 5 points with under 5 minutes to go. Like I said, it was over fucking years, so I don't believe that anymore. Whoa. Listen, the most clutch player ever is a great discussion. And I'm not going to say it's Kobe Bryant. There's no fact. Let's talk about who should be in that discussion, honestly, before we leave. That'll be the last thing of the night. I mean, if you think Kobe's not clutch because some bullshit statistic that LeBron fans will give you, you are out of your mind. Because I'm telling you, just from a guy that watched his team play against him, in the fourth quarter of games, this guy would start making every shot sometimes. It was kind of wild. And there was never a time for me with Kobe. This is one thing I love about him. There was never a time where in close games in the fourth quarter, when you watch him, that he wouldn't at least try to take the game over at some point. There was a point where it's like, okay, fuck this. I'm going to take over this game because this is what everybody paid to see. That's what made him special and what has stood out for me as I've aged with him. Okay, hold on a second. Hold a fucking on a second. Knicks are 0-7 against the Celtics. Thunder, Cavs, and been blown out every game. Really? Okay. People think they don't have Mitchell Robinson yet, though. People think clutch hoops is just about game winners. It comes down. I completely agree, Joey C. Okay, let's talk about this for a sec. I agree, but your negative connotations seem to be said every damn post game, man. Let's have a positive outlook on the future. Okay, hold on one fucking second. One thing. It has taken till game 50-something for me to complain about the Kawhi thing this year. If you're talking about me saying I don't like the way James Harden plays basketball, that's not a negative connotation. That is reminding you motherfuckers that I don't like the way he plays basketball because this channel is about my views, right? And anybody that is coached by me or is around me personally knows what I like, and that is ball movement and non-heliocentric guys. So do the math. But as far as the Clippers and their success, why would I be positive after I've been saying the same shit year after year and being proven right year after year? And I still pay for season tickets. I still take my time to go to the games. I still do this all the time, even though I don't even enjoy watching the games like that anymore. But it has taken till game 50-something for me to go on a tirade and complain like I did yesterday on Locked On Clippers, which I do 5 days a week. Could you imagine covering this team for 5 days a week with Kawhi Leonard on it? And having to make up bullshit topics half the time. Not necessarily bullshit topics, but, I have to think of something in the offseason when there's nothing going on, right? And I go to the games, and do you see a negative outlook when I'm at the games, really? A crazy comment to make this season. There's other seasons I can agree with you, but this season, outrageous. Completely outrageous, honestly. Kawhi pisses everyone off. Being best player of all time. You with your mama. You don't think he's actually better than Mike, though, do you, Flea? I've been nice fan since Pooh Richardson. Arash. Oh, Arash was at the game tonight. This is my guy right here. His son got a picture with Kareem. So you got to take a picture of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kurt Rambis photobombing. Just kidding. Kurt Rambis is a legendary Laker in his own right. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the GOAT to a lot of people. Nowadays, a lot of older people, but the GOAT. He's a person that has a legitimate argument. And here's what I think really matters, though. Take away all the stats and just look at Kareem, watch him play. And there was a moment when I watched them, because I've watched the whole 1980 Lakers playoff run outside of, I think, like games 3 and 5 of the first round series against the Phoenix Suns. When I was watching that series, I was like, yo, this might be the best player ever. Like, he was insane. He was outrageous. Kobe shot 6 for 24 in a game 7 and won it. Why didn't you include that part? And won it. And Castani. Could you imagine SJ into it? Don't make me cry. And had 15 rebounds, right? And Luka shows more ball than you. Shaq carried Kobe. Are we in 6th grade or something? What's going on with these narratives? But he had 16 crucial boards. Here we go. Please don't spew Brown sexual narratives on here, please. I agree. Bailed out by our test. But who had 8 points in the fourth quarter, though, Hydrox? Who had more rebounds than Kevin Garnett, Hydrox? Come on, buddy. You're not on the right channel. Kawhi's a vegetable. Why are people still defending him? My whole point is when we go through downs, it seems as if you and a lot of fans just complain and have negative energy. What about having a bit of optimism? Having a bit of optimism? I wish you had seen me in fucking high school, bro. You know how optimistic I was every year when fucking Chris Paul and Blake Griffin didn't get the job done? Optimism. Are you out of your mind? You know what optimism has done for me? Stress me out and make me care way more about this than I need to. What I've done is lowered my expectations, done other things like coaching and building my own cultures in life because I can't stand these motherfucking front office people anymore, except for Ballmer, and the vision of this team that's being held hostage by Kawhi Leonard. So when other people are finally expressing things that have expressed for 3 years, I am going to add gasoline to this fucking fire because I want this house burned down badly because we have a new home. And it's being tainted by this plague that we've kept from the last couple of seasons. And I don't care how harsh it sounds. I don't care if it's his fault or not. Nobody respects what the Clippers are. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to rephrase that. People respect the Clippers' effort, but nobody respects the real vision of the Clippers. They know that we're trying to just be competitive because Ballmer's too scared to rebuild because we have no means of rebuilding with Kawhi and the situation he has put us in. So optimism, my ass. I can be optimistic about my life, buddy. I don't need to be optimistic about no grown men basketball team that never does anything for me. Actually, no, that's not true. The team and the organization has done good things for me. The team themselves, I don't know. I don't think Kareem is the GOAT, but I definitely won't fight someone over it. I wasn't born for most of his career. I'm tired of the if Kawhi is healthy, we need to move on. I'll fight over it. Eduardo Nahara, Ben Wallace in his prime with the Clippers. We have 2 top 75 players on our team. Be patient. Be patient? Okay, we're done. We are done for the night. Be patient. As Big Baby Davis once said, how many years I'm going to give you? How many years I'm going to give you? Are you out of your mind? Be patient. Do you think we're going to make it past the first round this year? Do we have a chance to win a championship? Be patient. Brother, I can be patient all day long. But like, take that energy somewhere else, bruh. Into a dome so far. We run it back next year after this very obvious first round exit in the front office saying next year we'll get a full year to gel. I don't know, man. Seems like Clipper players don't really care about winning a championship for the Clippers. Read the room, brother. Clipper fans have the right to critique the team. I've been optimistic since 2017. Now I'm one more loss. Yeah, I've been optimistic since 2006. All right, peace out, y'all. For me, it's like young LeBron fans talking about 80s and 90s who didn't watch it. They're an idiot. Yeah, they can't talk that. All right, peace out, guys. Have a great night. Let me know what you think of the Lakers in the comments below.